We are delighted to be joined by Dame Laura Davies here in the Open Zone, a four-time major champion, of course. Laura, the last time you played here, I believe, was in the early 80s. Tell us how you got on then.
Well, British Amateur, the qualifying section, I think I had 87 and then 70-something, so made the qualifying, but I think I was out in the first round of the match play, so memories haven't been that good, but I just love coming here.
How do you play this golf course? I mean, a lot of people have alluded to the fact it's like playing a game of chess. Would you agree with that?
I think so, yeah. I mean, obviously, you make your score on the front nine, as we've seen that's what the players are going to have to do, and then hold on to everything on the back nine. Maybe try and make a few birdies coming in, but pars are going to be good.
OK, well, I'm going to leave you in Claude's capable hands to hit a few shots. See you shortly.
All right, Laura, so on a day like today, with conditions like this, for a bomber like yourself, you would just be waiting to get to the first tee and try and drive the first, second, or the third. Absolutely.
I think, yeah, all the long hitters are going to do that. I certainly would love to be out there and whacking it down those holes, and then the reachable par fives, 4 and 6. So you've got to play to your strength. If you're a long hitter, use that.
The Open Championship is one of the few tournaments that I know of to where your strategy can completely change from day to day. Most major championships, you kind of chart where you're going to go, the caddy, the player, they know what the holes are going to attack. Here, you could show up and say, we're throwing everything out that we've worked on for the last 4 days, and we're going to try and do something different today, given the conditions.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what the clever players have got to do. They're the ones that you'll see normally rising to the top in horrendous conditions. Conditions like we've got at the moment, anyone can win, but as that wind gets stronger, the notes you've taken during the week, you still need some of the bunkers and stuff, but basically change your strategy to the conditions that are making you play to that.
All right, so we've got your driver. We're going to have you go ahead and take us through what you do. You like to fade the golf ball?
Yep, always been a fader of the ball. Being a longer hitter, you don't really need that draw. So yeah, all I would do, I'm going at the 250 down here. I just open my stance up a tiny bit, not too much, maybe 5-6 yards left of the target, and then line everything up to that. So you feel comfortable. A couple of waggles is my normal. A little bit right, but it'll just about play that one.
When you were playing your best and the best rounds you had when you won major championships, did you take a lot of thoughts to the golf course, a lot of technical thoughts, or were you one that liked to go from the range and just go out and play golf as opposed to play golf swing?
Yeah, all feel for me. My only real swing thought is smooth back and then just explode through the ball with the legs and try and get, especially with the driver. With the irons, obviously, smooth takeaway, nice smooth follow through. You don't need to be hitting your irons too hard, but you just got to work to your strengths, and I think that's what so many amateurs don't do. They don't work to their strengths.
So many of the amateurs that you see and that I teach, they slice the golf ball. And how do you try and get them to feel like they're taking a slice into an actual fade? What would be the thing that you would think that would help players that slice it and say, listen, you don't have to overhaul your golf swing and try and hit a draw. Take the slice and turn it into a fade. How would you try and go about that?
Well, I find with most amateurs, and they do, 98% probably do fade the ball, because normally they come off it, they're looking for it. So what I find they do, they aim way too far left. See, I was just aiming 5-6 yards left. They'll get out there and they'll be like this because they want to fade it. They think they're Lee Trevino, open everything up. And all that's going to do is make a really big slice.
Tough to manage the club face. Absolutely. From a very excessive aim. So just square it up a bit more. Still be open, still take it a little bit back on the outside and then come through it and hopefully get a manageable fade, because they just need to keep it in play. They're handicapped. They've got a couple of shots to play with. All right, let's see you do one more. So not too open on the setup, no, just slightly left. Slightly left. And then, like you said, just hammer it. Yep. The dreaded straight ball. The straight one. I hate the straight ball. Four-time major champion, thank you so much for talking to us. Great to have you here. Thank you.